Hi, welcome to Sven Terror. I'm Sven with your reading today. Today's reading is titled Why You Incarnated in This Form. I hope that you're all doing well and good and that you're having an awesome one irrespective of the time of day. Thank you for joining me today. So in today's reading, I'll be getting into why you incarnated the way that you are, including your personality, your physical attributes, and just in general your life experiences, and how that's playing a role in the evolution of your soul or just in general in whatever lessons you have to learn in this life. So I really hope that you'll enjoy it. And if you do, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Without wasting time, let us get into your reading. I'll meet you at your pile. Hi, Pawan. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Ace of Cups or the Queen of Wands. And you actually the only pile that had like two cards come out for them. So I might be connecting to two groups or two different energies, or just maybe you're feeling conflicted right now. With the Ace of Water and the okay, with the Ace of Cups, I feel like you're the type of person who is I don't want to say okay, you could be pessimistic, but I feel like you don't know not all right. Um you may also have a hard time expressing your feelings. You may not be as open as people would love you to be, or as open as you would want, possibly. Um, I'm hearing that you're very laid back and chilled, but in a sense of really maintaining your distance. I don't think that you trust easily. I heard that you have trust issues, probably because of this life or probably previous lives attached to you. I heard something about your soul blueprint, and it's written and how everything has been written out in a way that in this life you're supposed to learn certain lessons in regards to this temperament. This with the Queen of Wands especially, I feel that some of you, please take it as it resonates. It could apply to your current energy or just in general how you've always been. I feel that some of you have a hard time, like I said, connecting to other people. It may come off as that you're mean, you're grumpy, I heard you old grump. And I'm getting an image of Mr. Wilson from Dennis the Menace. So, even if you are a person with kind and pure intentions, I feel that sometimes, because of just how you are, whether naturally or just because of over time, people may just perceive you as this like really bad person. But I feel that people who have gotten close to you understand that there is a good quality to you. But most of the time, some of you may just be really mean and spiteful and petty. For some of you, I'm hearing that it's to protect yourself. You do this to guard yourself from hurt and pain. And I feel like this is one of the qualities that you incarnated on Earth with, so that you could learn how to protect yourself from others and energies. But I feel that it has gotten out of hand, and not to judge you, but I feel that you have, with both the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands together, I feel that you've gotten to a point in your life where you've distanced yourself from people to a point where I feel like people try to reach out to you. I'm getting an image of somebody reaching out, and it's like as soon as they try to grab your hand, you're the one who lets go, sorry. You're the one who lets go of them. So I feel that you're afraid to get close to people. You're afraid to get your heart broken. Um, I'm sorry that I keep like getting drawn to both the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So sorry if that's a little distracting. But yeah, so I feel like you have a hard time connecting to people. You may perceive yourself or consider yourself, or even people may perceive you as a loner. Um, I keep hearing that you have a short temper and people don't want to mess with you because for some of you, your short temper could come out as a physical reaction, and for others you could be like an emotional reaction. You could cry, or for others you could like punch a wall, and people are afraid to get close to you because of these um emotions or characteristics to you. um with the physical attributes too, I feel like some of you may have blonde hair, whether it's long or short, but I'm getting very long blonde hair. Some of you may wear weaves. Some of you like your hair braided. Actually, some of you may have your hair braided right now. You may like wearing leather jackets. I'm getting an image of, what's that horror movie? The Crow. Yeah, so you may have like a dark aesthetic to you, or you might like wearing dark clothes or grungy. I'm getting like, just a very emo or grunge or punk vibe from you, but not all of you, some of you. Or maybe you just have this mysterious um mysterious what do you call it, mysterious there's just this mysterious element to you, yeah. um I feel like as much as you try to open up to people, sometimes you are the one who holds yourself back, because for some of you, I'm hearing that you get flashbacks. It's like you could meet someone, for instance, whether it's a relationship or a friendship, even if it's a coffee shop or whatever, and someone might like talk to you and be nice, and for that moment you may get caught up in the idea of actually connecting to somebody else. But I feel as soon as they leave their room, you kind of put your guard up again. And so, for instance, if you do give out your number to this person, they may reach out to you on social media or however, and it's like you may be very distant, and it confuses people because when they meet you, you have this like heard electric connection or magnetic connection or pull towards each other, and it's like it's very nice, there's chemistry, everything is good until you leave or you just like separate from this person, and it's like your guard comes back up. I heard guardians of the watchtower. So you're very protective of yourself. You're very protective of your heart. You're very protective of just everything in general that relates to you, especially family. I feel like some of you have a hard time connecting to people, like I said, and this may apply to like jobs and education, however you want to take it. But I'm hearing that some of you are socially awkward, so it affects your workplace, your environment, it affects school, it affects how you want to grow and build yourselves as people, because you're so closed off. It literally limits all the opportunities that you have, because some of you, I'm hearing that even if opportunities are presented to you, you do not with the Ace of Cups, you do not trust them. Think you do not trust that these opportunities are for you, that they will lead you to something good, or you do not trust the people who offer you these opportunities. For some of you, you may be disconnected to your spiritual self or religious, whatever that you um whatever that you relate to. So whether you're religious or you're spiritual, or even if you're just like existing, because I get that some of you are not necessarily spiritual, some of you could even be atheists, or I heard omnism. So yeah, so there's just like different groups and different energies coming through. So take what resonates. And I feel that you just have a hard time trusting that anybody could be kind to you, that any gift the universe could give you could be true. Um, so, and I feel that has been closing up every opportunity. So you may have a hard time really um, receiving success. And for some of you, you may see this as, or you may relate this to some kind of bad luck or curse, but actually it's more you and your energy, and it's just like you just put on this strong energetic force around you that is like even affecting um the gifts or the blessings that the universe tries to give to you. All right, so let's get more into this reading. If this didn't resonate, it's probably not going to resonate for the rest of the reading, so you might want to go check out a different pal. Divine Spirit, why did Pal 1 incarnate in their form? Yeah, like I said, to protect yourself. I feel like in a previous life, or, even not in a previous life, it could just be also in relation to your current existence. You've been through a lot, and so you've grown very protective of yourself and the people around you. Why did Pal 1 incarnate in this form? Oh, thank you. Why did Pal 1? And my heart is pounding, so I don't know if you guys are nervous or you have anxiety, or even if it's not anxiety, it could be just like a general fear of things, a fear of putting yourself out there, a fear of failure but not necessarily putting in the effort. So why did Pal 1 incarnate in their form? Anything else? All right, thank you. Yeah, so something about your heart, guys. We have the 7 of Wands. I heard that some of you were meant to be loners, because I'm actually getting an image that for some of you in a past life, you lived in some kind of collective community, whether you were some kind of king or queen, or you just live in a community where there was like a leader, like a chief or like a tribal chief or some sort. Um, and I heard a concert. So yeah, I feel like some of you had some kind of not all of you, you existed or lived in a previous life where you did everything in a communal space. And so in this life you were meant to learn your independence and um learn how to stand strong on yourself and do everything on your own. But I also feel like in this life you experienced a lot of hurt and pain, that it not only kind of clashed with the lessons you had already had to learn, but I don't want to say karma, but that's what's coming through. It created some kind of karma and blockages where, yeah, you were learning your independence and you were supposed to learn your independence, because I'm getting an image that some of you, this could have happened from your childhood and even into adulthood years, that things have just been really not that great for you. The way you connect with people, people may be shut out, you may shut people out, and for some of you I get that you want to connect to other people but it's hard. I'm sorry, I just wanted to check my timer. But yeah, I feel that because of these previous lives, for some of you, where you lived in a communal existence, in this life you were meant to be independent and grow on your own. But I heard an ego, and I'm hearing "We Got a Big Ego" by Beyonce. So I feel like some of you, not maybe not all of you, it got to a point where your ego, or the ego, let's say the ego, took over, and it was more about protecting you, or it was more about maintaining this independence and not letting other people in. So it could be that you shut people out because you want to protect yourself, yeah, or you've learned to shut people out because you enjoy this independence, and you could be very selfish for some of you. So yeah, take that as it resonates. We have the World card with the number 21. We have the Knight of Pentacles with the Messenger of Earth. Like I said, with that independence, you were meant to live this life independent, and or the Six of Pentacles, not depending on anyone for that success and that growth. But I feel like in your journey, depending on how old you are and your experiences, but I feel like along your journey on this planet, on Earth, or in this life, because I get that some of you are, okay, let me not mention that, but okay, because I'm hearing that some of you are star seeds and you're here to learn some kind of lessons here and whatnot. But I don't want to focus on that. I feel like along your journey on Earth, or let me just say in this life, your independence was kind of skewed by the people that you met who may have hurt you. And so um, I'm getting an image of horrible bosses, or what's that movie? Horrible bosses and, oh my god. All right, it's gonna come back to me, but what's coming through is you learned how to not trust people because of your experiences, and it caused you to come off as this mean person. Even if you may not be internally mean, your true self may not be this, mean person who's just like enjoys secluding themselves and isolating themselves from the world. With the World card and the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like some of you, like I said, you may have braids or like curly hair. You're meant to lead in this life, and a lot of people may also find that very what's the word, intimidating. And I feel that with that intimidation comes a lack of trust. So you don't really know who to trust and who to not trust. I feel like a lot of people try to throw you under the bus, or they have already. Um, and so you just have a hard time. There's something about your heart chakra. I don't know if it's completely blocked or it's just like unbalanced, or you're very protective of your heart as well. I feel like you're also protective of family. You're protective of anything that you build up, everything that you work on. And this was one of the reasons you incarnated in your form. You incarnated to be this boss ass person. But I'm also getting that right now, or just in general, if it resonates to either the past or not, take it as it resonates. This independence has been clashing with the pain that you've experienced in this life, and it's kind of, I don't want to say it's leading you off path, because there's no such thing. I believe that every course we take leads us eventually to the destination that we were meant to end up in. So I feel like if you are having a hard time connecting to people, if work or finances or health things are not going well, I feel it's probably caused by this negative buildup, you know, by your heart being blocked, by you not allowing yourself to release things from your chest, whether it's how people have hurt you or how you have perceived people to hurt you. Because for some of you, I heard that you do have a victim mentality. So yeah, you incarnated in your form to be this boss. As some of you may be very husky or very well built, masculine. For some of you, very tiny. And you're like, I'm hearing that strength comes in different forms. So as tiny as you are, it's like you're very strong, and everything that you do and say is potent. It leaves an effect in people. For some of you, if you like, you know, relate to having perceived or are this person who's very mean, I feel like you've hurt a lot of people in your life. um Currently even somebody's coming through and it's like you've burnt a really just like a sore scar in their heart as well, with your words, with your actions. And even though for you it was out of defending and protecting yourself, from their perception it was out of you being selfish or greedy or just not being a nice person in general. I feel like you were meant to unlock um a skill on in this life. I keep saying planet Earth because I feel like some of you are from, you know, our star seeds. So I feel like whatever it is that you were meant to, or you're meant to unlock, has to do with you learning how to be in that independent state, but not being selfish. You know, it's like I can be a boss and carry myself, and I don't need this, and I don't need people to do things for me, but I'm not afraid to ask for help. I'm not afraid to be open. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable. So I feel that what you need, if you choose to let go in order for you to continue progressing, and I feel like either way you're still going to progress. It's just that now you're going to be going through a different route, and this reading is to help you kind of reroute. I'm getting an image of, you know, the track trains kind of moving and shifting for the different directions when the train is moving. So I feel like this reading is to help you kind of help reroute you if you choose to, you know. So if you're holding on to any pain, any anger, and you resonate to being this bitter person now because of your life's experiences, I feel like if you choose to, it's time to let that go. Because I mean, eventually it's gonna happen, but one of the reasons that you're incarnated in this form, in this life, it's to be this independent person, lead people in the right direction. But you can't lead people in the right direction if you are blocked. Because I'm getting an image of someone um who has like a tie or a scarf over their eyes, and it's just like you, and I'm getting an image of the three blind mice as well. So it's like right now you're a leader, but not, it's like your vision is blurry or your vision is totally out, so you can't lead yourself and the people around you in the right direction because of all these blockages that you've built. um Get into how you can change that. Divine Spirit, I feel like I've said most of it. It's like, you know, releasing. So let me just ask for additional advice. Is there anything else you'd like to say to Power One in regards to the incarnation? Is there anything else? I'm hearing the song from Frozen, Let It Go. So yeah, any past hurts and pain. And I'm getting, I don't want to cry. Is it Elsa? I haven't watched Frozen in a long time. Is Elsa the ice queen or the fire one? But whichever one of the characters that was shutting everyone else out because of their gift, I feel like you should let that go. Because I feel like some of you are very gifted creatively, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be just creative. Some of you are just like really good innovators, you know, or whatever gift that you're blessed. Some of you could be psychic gifts. Whatever gifts that you are blessed with, you are aware of it, but I feel like you're afraid. You know, just like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Elsa who was afraid of her gifts. You know, I feel like you could create an ice wonderland. Or I'm even getting an image of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So you have the ability to create a lot of amazing things, not only for yourself but the people around you, and to rejoice in that. But there is something that you're afraid of, or something that you're holding on to right now that is holding you back. Like I said, it's either this past pain or hurt, or this fear of letting people in, or it's just like you being afraid of your gift overall. Some of you are afraid of success, the responsibility that comes with success. But take it as it resonates. Anything else you would like to say to Pawan in regards to the incarnation? Divine Spirit. I heard reincarnation, so some of you are here trying again, because I'm also hearing the song "If at first you don't succeed, try again" by Aaliyah. So yeah, some of you are doing this again. We have the Two of Wands, and it really speaks about, like I said, for those who have fears about their path and their direction. The Two of Wands is here to encourage us to, be very open to the guidance that we receive. So like I said, whatever it is that you believe in, I heard that some of you could be like into Hinduism, or you are Indian, or I heard Tibet as well. So just like take it as it resonates. But I'm also hearing Muslims. Take it as it resonates, but the Two of Wands really speaks about us allowing ourselves to be guided by the universe, or by this unseen force, whatever you believe in, and trusting that it will lead us in the right direction. But it also speaks about us believing in ourselves and trusting that the direction that we choose to take is going to lead us in the right path, or the path that we choose to take is going to lead us in the right direction. We have the Two of Pentacles. And we have this Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, you may not like this, but in order to progress, we have the Sun card in reverse. In order to progress in this life or in your journey, because I'm hearing that some of you are doing this again, and some of you, it's like I'm hearing that your spirit guides are okay with that. It's like they're here with you. They're gonna keep you. Have a really like very supportive system. It doesn't have to only be your spirit guides. It could be the people around you. I'm getting an image of somebody running track, and it's just like there's this whole family just cheering them on. So I feel like you're very supported on your journey, and like I said, some of you are doing this for the second time, and the advice that you have in order to keep growing and allow yourself to evolve to whatever level that you are chosen, or whatever level you are meant to, just like take it as it resonates. With the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, I feel like right now you need to make a decision on whether or not you're going to allow yourself to step into the power. Because some of you, like I said, you are afraid of the independence. And some of you who are aware of the independence, is about choosing to maintain that independence without being afraid to be vulnerable. All right, it's about allowing ourselves to forgive and let people in. With the Sun card in reverse, I feel that the inspiration that we've been lacking, you want to tap into that with the Two of Pentacles and allow yourself to see the situation from a, I'm getting an image of an eagle, so you want to see it from a higher perspective. Maybe you'd want to like watch a reading on what your higher self has to say to you, or something like that, or just like you tap into your truest self, your truest form, maybe meditating, or just like I'm getting an image of like a child drawing. So maybe like go back to what excited you as a kid. What gave you hope, what gave you meaning, what made sense for you. And try to connect to that again so that you can finally step out of this Four of Swords energy. Sorry. So that you can finally step out of this Four of Swords energy where you feel like you can't trust people, So that is your reading, Pawan, today. I hope that it resonated. And I'm hearing that dreams come true. I'm hearing the song, "Don't you know that dreams come true?" I think it's a song by Westlife. I don't know. So those who are afraid of their, achievements, their goals, they're afraid of their own independence, or even if you're just afraid to let people in, this is just a message for you to just finally tap in and allow yourself to be free, because everything that you've been holding on to hasn't been blocking anyone else. Of course, people go through their own karma and whatnot, but I feel like you've been holding yourself back, and you have been I hear that you've been holding your soul's evolution back more than the people around you. So if you're thinking that the person that hurt you suffered, they probably did, but maybe they dealt with it in a way that allowed them to progress. But because you're still holding on to those grudges, you're still holding on to those, I'm getting an image of Attack on Titans, because you're still hiding behind those walls. It's affecting everything around you, and it's making you feel as if things in life are not going well for you. It's coming off as if you're not meant to succeed, when it's the with the Knight of Pentacles, it's the complete opposite. You are meant to. With the Knight with the Six of Pentacles of that as well, and the World card. You were meant to achieve a lot in this life. You were meant to succeed. You were meant to experience a lot of happiness, a lot of, financial abundance as well. I'm getting an image of somebody walking down the aisle. So, well, you want to take this as it resonates, because I feel like some of you are already in relationships, but things may not be working out. Or it's just like you have a tendency to attract relationships that just don't work out. It's because of all of this harbored and built up energy. So, is there anything else? I'm hearing you should trust yourself, trust your intuition, and trust your guides. Trust your dreams as well, not just like the dreams as in your aspirations and goals, but like I feel like you get a lot of ideas, and like I said, you're innovators, you're creative, and all of that comes to you in your dreams as well, and you want to pay attention to that, because I heard that some of you are daydreamers and you like to fantasize a lot. I'm hearing it's time to step out with the Four Swords. It's time to step out of that fantasy and start putting, I'm sorry that I'm messing up your whole cards, yeah, but with the Four Swords, it's time for you to step out from that fantasy, and put everything into action and take control of your life. I'm even drawn to like the peacock feathers. So you know how the peacock likes to just like show off their feathers, and just like they're very proud of how they are, especially when they're attracting a mate. So it doesn't have to be attracting a relationship. It could be attracting the abundance that you feel you deserve, and the abundance that's been waiting for you. You want to step out and be like that peacock and just like show your feathers, show the world who you truly are. And if you're not ready to connect with the world, at least connect with yourself by allowing yourself to forgive and just let go of what's no longer serving you. So Power One, thank you for watching. This is your reading. I hope that it resonated. I'm sorry that I messed up your cards. But if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in a different reading. Namaste. Hi Pal 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the Three of Pentacles. And this is just a quick card to represent you in this life, whether right now or just in general. And I feel like you're very spiritual people. I'm getting an image of I heard chakrahan. I don't like the term because of the stereotypes and all of the just implications attached to it, but you could be very spiritual, whether you're a woman or a man or non-binary. You may play the drums. You may enjoy being out in the forest. You could have a UFO. What is it, that UFO kind of instrument? Yeah, it's a drum, right? Yeah, I think it's a drum, but like it's in the shape of a UFO kind of craft thingy. For some of you, you could be into UFO and extraterrestrial kind of stuff. Some of you could also be into sci-fi, philosophy, spirituality. So you're very heard otherworldly beings as well, so you may be into that as well. I'm getting an image of the Magician card as well. Some of you may practice witchcraft, or you're into the occult. I'm even getting an image of the Ouija board. I'm getting an image of so some of you could like enjoy wearing scarves on your head, or little like gold earrings, and you may enjoy wearing rings around on your fingers, and bracelets, necklaces for some of you as well. I'm getting an image of like a brown skinned lady, and I'm hearing the song Brown Skin Girl, but it doesn't really matter the type of race or the type of skin, the color that you have. Some of you may have really nice sharp noses, a very nice figure. I feel like some of you are vegans or vegetarians. Some of you are social warrior justices as well. I'm getting an image of like protesters, protesting against the pollution of the environment, and cutting down trees and stuff like that. Some of you could be studying law, or you're just like into anything that has to do with justice, like I said. Some of you could be students of psychology, philosophy, some of you even business and finance. I feel like some of you may be working and just study on the side. I'm even hearing that some of you are doing your master's, like doctorate right now. Some of you could be engineers. I heard that some of you are having an anniversary soon or currently, because I'm hearing the song Anniversary by Tony Tone. I heard 3-month anniversary, but take it as it resonates. Some of you may have tattoos. You may enjoy being out in nature, around butterflies. I'm hearing that some of you like catching butterflies only to let them go. Yeah, because I'm also getting an image of SpongeBob and Patrick. So you might like catching like little bugs, or even in your childhood you enjoyed like playing with bugs. For some of you, like you did that in your childhood but you don't do it anymore, so maybe this is a suggestion that you want to start doing that again. Not like catching animals or anything, but just like being out in nature in general. Because I'm even getting an image of like a kid running around chasing a grasshopper. Some of you could own like a spider. What's it called? The big spider man. Tarantula, yeah. Some of you could have a pet fish or an animal friend fish. Some of you could have like a bunny or a rabbit. So it's just like very, even if you don't have these things, I just feel like you're very in tune. Some of you could be witches. Um, some of you could have like a black cat, or just like animals in general like being drawn to you. So you might find that you, if you're out in nature, even not in nature, you could like be anywhere, and like dogs may bark at you, cats may meow at you, or like, just like insects may come crawling to you. They're just like something very nice and pure. I'm getting an image of like a very nice blue, huey blue, magenta, violet kind of aura to you. um and also there's like a white light surrounding you, or like in the back. Like, so I feel like some of you are like very heavenly, you come off as very heavenly to people, or you just like very connected once again to source. And also that you are protected is what's coming through. You're very protected. I feel like I don't want to say things come easy for you, but I feel like you're very hardworking. So to people who are looking from the outside, it may come off as like, because I'm hearing that some of you, it doesn't matter, it's okay, there's nothing wrong with being raised in a very abundant home. Because I'm hearing that some of you may have like a silver spoon, but I don't think that even if you were raised to have anything that you want, that you're very bratty or anything. I think that you appreciate it as it is, and as you've been blessed with it. But I feel like you work hard for whatever it is that you have. Some of you may even be like um a part of a family business just because you were signed to it, but I feel like you like doing your own thing. You get your own money, you get your own, I feel like you really enjoy working on yourself. You're always evolving and growing. I'm getting an image of people run into you one day, and then it's like you're all skinny, and there's nothing wrong with being skinny, but like, you just like you all slim fit and whatnot, and then it's like the week later you're all buffed up, and it's like, what happened? It's like, I feel like you put in effort. I know it's like exaggerating it, but I feel like a lot of things come like with, especially with the image of the magician, I feel like things come really quickly and easy for you. So if you're manifesting like work or a great body, or a relationship, things come very easily for you, and to you, because of just like the energy and the aura, and just like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Yeah, so let us get into the reading and why you incarnated in this form. Divine Spirit, why did Paltu incarnate in this form? Some of you may enjoy like doing breath work. It's just like, I'm getting an image of someone out in nature. So even if you're not this person, maybe this is a message that you would like to go up, but it's like you never make time. And so maybe you want to start doing that, especially with the new year. You want to start prioritizing yourself. Because I get that you're very giving, and you may put other people before you, or other things before you, work, boyfriends, girlfriends, it doesn't really matter. But I feel like this year is about you, it's about your growth, about your abundance. And I'm getting an image of the Nine of Pentacles. So you're a leader, you're a warrior. I'm also hearing the song Roll by Katy Perry. I feel like you have the ability, if you're not in a relationship, you have the ability to be in a relationship that's very abundant, very financially, emotionally, spiritually fulfilling. And if you are in a relationship, then you resonate with that as well. Yeah, so if I feel like for some of you, if you don't resonate with that, it's probably because of some things that you still need to heal. But I feel like in this life, this is just how you're meant to be. And I'm not dictating, and I'm not saying that after this reading I'll go start wearing scarves and whatnot. I feel like you'll come into your own. This is just like a general idea of how you could be, you know. And we have the Queen of Pentacles on top. Oh, look at that. So yeah, I feel like you're leaders, man. Yeah, so Divine Spirit, why did Pal to incarnate in this form? I keep hearing the song Warrior. And I feel like with the song by Katy Perry, Raw, like I said, you had a tendency of putting people first, and maybe you still do, putting other people first in their business and taking on the world's, especially with the social justice warriors, you have a tendency to just really take on the world's issues. And what's coming through is not, don't stop doing what you're doing, but like, can you find a way to put yourself first as well? You know, as much as you want to go to those protesting marches and whatnot, as much as you want to be on social media and just like do all these things, can you find a way to not let the things of this world affect you? Because I feel like you take things in very easily, you're very empathic, you're very sensitive as well. So it's maybe coming through as like balance, and maybe that's also why you incarnated, to learn a balance, you know. Divine spirit, why did Pal to incarnate in this form? Yeah, you're here to help. I'm getting an image of like a fairy feeding. There are pixies and fairies, right? But I'm getting an image of like, ooh, I'm also getting an image of from the movie Moana. What was the goddess's name? Was it Pele? No, it wasn't Pele. But I heard Pele as well, so I feel like you're very connected. So even if you do not know who the goddess Pele is, it could be just like in general to any god or goddess or whatever it is that you believe in. You're very connected, and you're very, especially when it comes to do with nature. I feel like you're very earthy. So if you're a witch, you could be like, um, you could be into working with herbs and plants and stuff like that. But even if you a kitchen witch, it doesn't really matter what kind of witch you are. I just feel like nature is your best friend. I feel like for some of you, if you're into witchcraft, if you've been looking into, especially with the Three of Pentacles, if you've been studying witchcraft or you've been looking to get into magic, you might want to start with nature first, because I feel like nature is going to be like your biggest friend when learning how to connect and be in this magic state, and working with magic as well. I feel like nature should be like, I feel like nature would be your Mr. Miyagi. So I feel like you're gonna learn a lot from nature. So yeah. Um. All right. Why did Pal two incarnate? Oh my god, you guys are amazing. Why did Pal two incarnate in this form? I'm not gonna take that. It came out a little like weird. I'm sorry for that. I just want to check my timer real quickly. All right, we're 10 minutes in. Why did Pal to incarnate in this form? I heard deity. I don't know if you guys are into that. But I heard Pele again. So maybe it's not just about being connected to all that is divine. It could be that you were a deity of some kind. And I know it kind of sounds like a little woo woo. But maybe you are a deity, you know? Maybe you're experiencing life as a human right now. Because I keep going back to Moana. So if you resonate to feeling like some kind of goddess or a deity, or maybe people perceive you as a deity, or some maybe like people want to worship you. Because I'm even getting okay, different messages are coming through. All right. So I feel like, listen, in a previous life, you could have been like some kind of king or some kind of like royal blood or royal lineage, and people worshipped you, worshipped the ground that you walked in. I'm getting an image of like Cleopatra and like Egypt, and just like um the masquerade balls, and not like and dancing and drinking from like a golden cup. So if that if you've been told before that in a previous life, you're a royalty, that resonates with you. But if that's not the case, I feel that you just like, you exude royalty, you exude, I'm a goddess, I'm a deity, worship me. I feel like wherever you go, people just literally listen to you. You have that leader energy, um and just like people want to do whatever it is that you do. So I feel like you incarnated in your form, because you knew, all right, upon before incarnating, that it would be easier, I don't want to say influence, but to kind of and let me say inspire, it would be easier to inspire the people around you to bring a change into this world, because of just like the energy that you carry, because of the beauty, the royalty, the leadership, the um I'm still getting an image of like um the goddess from Moana, and like um a queen being fed, grapes and food. So yeah, I feel like because of your energy, it would have been a lot easier, or it is a lot easier for you to inspire people around you. I feel like if you're on social media, like you're very popular. Um, I don't want to say, okay, I'm getting an image of who's that girl? I forgot her name. She trended a lot, and I think probably she still does. I just don't really pay that much attention to her, but um that white little girl who went around helping, I think she still does that, helping, with pollution and with the environment or something like that. Is it Grace or something like that? I forgot her name. Yeah, but I feel like you're just as popular, or that you have that amount of effect on people. So like if you wanted to bring about a change, so let's say you're an introvert, because I feel like some of you are scared for some reason. You have a lot of ideas that you want to bring out into this world, but I feel like if you wanted to put those ideas into play, it would work out for you, because this is why you incarnated in your form, to bring about a change into this world. You have a very, very magnetic and beautiful energy towards you. Like I feel like you could even draw in or pull in the most, thank you, the most I don't want to say, okay, the most mean people or the most uncaring people. I feel like they'd even sit down and listen to you. Hmm. There's just something about your voice and your energy that really pulls and draws people in, of all kinds of personalities, all kinds of beliefs. I feel like you're the type of person, like if you wanted to, you could use your gifts to cause people to like convert. And I feel like you're so powerful, you could literally be a cult leader if you wanted to. But I don't think that's what you use your gifts for. Why did Pao-Tu incarnate in this form, divine spirit? Why did Pao-Tu incarnate in this form? Okay, the message is just coming through that is like to help people, to bring love. The number 6, a love card. You're here to bring a change into this world and help people connect to love, whether it's with themselves. I'm getting that some of you could be like body positivists. It doesn't really matter what it is. Some of you could actually be trainers. You just help people connect with themselves and their body and love that. Some of you could be makeup artists. You just like, there's just something about whatever it is that you do that motivates and inspires people to connect to the idea of love, whether it's self-love or love for animals, love for the people around them, love for just like love in general. You're here to spread love. All right. Is there anything else that divine spirit would like to say to Pao-Tu? In regards to their incarnation, is there any messages for Pao-Tu in regards to their incarnation? Are there any messages for Pao-Tu in regards to their incarnation? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anything else? Thank you very much. All right. So I just want to lay out everything quickly. We have the 9 of Pentacles. And I'm still hearing the song Warrior. I keep saying Warrior because I know the lyric. I just know that one part. But I don't know who sings the song. All I keep hearing is Warrior. So you are a fighter. I just want to lay your cards out real quickly. We have the 3 of Wands in reverse. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Strength card, Warrior, with the number 8. We have the 9 of Swords. And now I'm hearing the song Break Free by Zed and Ariana Grande. Then we have the Tower card. Alright, let me put this, because I still need to be able to see the cards to connect to the message, and I don't want to mess anything up. And we have the 7 of Wands. I really don't want to mess anything up. Can you guys see this? And finally, we have the 8 of Cups. Alright, so your final message, or like an addition message that additional message that Spirit has for you is that, like I said, for those of you who are afraid to implement your ideas and bring about a change into this world, it's about time. Can you guys see this? All right, it's just like about time that you allowed yourself to step into that courage with the Strength card, and the Eight of Cups is about time that some of you are very emotional. I'm hearing that you're very emotional and you may be afraid of how people may react to whatever ideas that you have. You may be afraid of rejection. You may be afraid that what you have to offer the world is not enough. I'm also hearing that what you have to offer the world is more than enough. It's more than what the world can even handle, and it's about really connecting to that. With the Page of Pentacles, it's about connecting to that and allowing ourselves to tap into that bravery. You know, when we are kids and we just like we could literally do anything. You know, we weren't really icked out by bugs, or we didn't really, we just like we were curious about everything. We just wanted to go on those adventures. I'm getting an image of, what's that movie with the two brothers who play a game and they go out in space. So I feel like it's time for you to take a risk right now. Even if you've always been out there and you've been implementing ideas, just keep going on that path. Keep liberating yourself and liberating others. I feel like I'm getting an image of like, the universe is clapping hands for you because you're well on your way. You're really doing well for yourself. I feel like um in terms of your soul and your experience in this life, everything is just really going well for you. And it may not seem like it because you may have little hiccups every now and then, but with the Seven of Wands and the Tower card, I feel like you have overcome everything in your life. Every kind of some of you may have even been in situations where you could have trigger warning, you could have died, whether it was an accident or whether it was you were robbed or mugged. Burglary is also coming through. A lot of bad things could have happened to you. Well, it did happen, but it could have been far off worse or whatever. Some of you, like, I'm hearing that you got arrested by the cops because of your protesting, or maybe you got into some kind of fight, or you were involved or somehow got caught up in some kind of fight on the marches and the protests and whatnot. And I feel like you were protected the entire time because you still have so much to do, you know. I feel like even if you've had those hiccups, you've rised above, especially with the Three of Pentacles, you've rised above those situations and those past hurts and pains. And I feel like with the Nine of Swords and the Three of Wands in reverse, right now it's time for you to keep moving in that direction, especially with the Strength card. You want to start tapping into that, because some of you already are into that, you already are doing this, but I feel like there's still so much more that you haven't tapped into yet. And I feel like this reading will trigger that. So whether you choose to do this yourself or it's just like a message or a sign that you're now ready for the next level, I feel like a lot of great things are about to happen for you. But again, with the advice, it's about really not being afraid to conquer, not being afraid to bring about a change into this world, not being afraid that your ideas are too weird or geeky for some of you, I heard. Not being afraid of being judged. Don't be afraid to be the black sheep. Don't be afraid to be I heard a gray. I heard greyhound actually, so I don't know if you guys are is a greyhound a type of dog or something like that? I don't know. But I feel like I'm even getting an image of like Twilight, and I'm getting an image of like a lone wolf. So don't be afraid, dare to be different. Don't be afraid to be like, I just got an image of like a movie that really did well. That did bad, sorry, in the box office, but I really enjoyed it. What was the movie about the tumor? It didn't do well in the box office. I forgot it. It was it the twin, the parasitic twin or something. It was about a girl who had like a parasitic twin. It was attached to her and it was causing her to do all these crazy things, but it didn't really do good in box office. And so it's like, I feel like with trial and error comes success. So for some of you, you may be afraid to like flop, or you may be afraid of those trial and error. And I feel like the trial and error is what's going to lead you to the Nine of Swords. I feel like with the Seven of Wands, you should start stepping into that and having faith that you can really achieve everything that you want in life and you can get it, because that is the truth. You can appreciate, you can I heard appreciate as well. You want to be very grateful for all that you've achieved, and because that gratitude would allow you to also bring in a lot more abundance. But the message is just to keep going in that strength, keep going and change, helping bring a change into this world, because you're doing really amazing. You've changed a lot of people's lives, whether people come to you and they tell you or not. You've changed and helped a lot of people. Some of you could be like counselors or teachers. Even if it's not a profession, I feel like people find it easy to talk to you, find it easy to open up to you, and you've helped a lot of people heal just by saying that one sentence. You know, it could have been like someone could have came up to you and be like, "Hey, I'm going through a bad day," and you could have been like, "It's gonna be okay. This is not the end." That one little sentence could have like literally changed a person's life. I even feel like you're the type of person to walk down the street, and if someone greets you, whether it's a stranger or not, you greet them back. And I feel like you've changed a lot of people's life just by doing that, because you never really know when someone's having a bad day, and they could just say hi to you and you could say hi to them, and that could really make their day. You know, I feel like you're that type of person. You have that amount of change and influence on people's lives, and I feel like you should keep going down on that path, because you've really changed a lot of people's lives, and connecting to your energy has changed my life as well. So thank you, pal, too. um Doves are also a sign or a symbol for you that things are going well. You may be seeing a lot of that lately, or you will be seeing a lot of that, and you want to take that as a sign to keep going on your path, whatever that is. White butterflies as well. So, thank you, Paltu, for joining me today. I hope that this reading resonated. Till I see you again in a different video. Namaste. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the call or judgment card with the number 20. This is your reading, and this is just going to either represent the energy that you're in or how you've always been in this life. And I feel that for some of you, you could be literal judges, or some of you could be DJs or performers of some kind. Some of you could be undertakers as well, or work at like some kind of funeral service. For others, you could enjoy like having a Brazilian wax, or you're Brazilian, or you enjoy like, you know, wearing nice stuff, because I'm also getting an image of the Brazilian weave. So yeah, you could really put a lot of effort in what you look like, your aesthetic and whatnot. But I also feel like you're very observant, and you're very I don't want to use the word judging, but some of you could be very judgmental. I feel like when you meet somebody for the first time, you observe how they are, and depending on their first impression, I feel like you have a tendency of making a judgment on whether this is somebody you want in your life. And that can suck, because sometimes first impressions are not that great. I feel like, yeah, you could be very judgmental sometimes, and as much as you are judgmental to other people, I feel like it's with the reason of making sure that you are surrounded by good people or good experiences, or so I feel like you're also good judges of character, especially if you've sorry especially if you have experienced a lot. Why am I having a hard time speaking? Especially if you have experienced a lot in life, I feel like you've especially also with your previous lives, I'm hearing that you've had a lot of experience with a lot of people or different kinds of souls and whatnot, and you really know how to judge someone. um but I'm also hearing that you want to start doing that, and you want to start giving people a chance, because sometimes people don't come off as they really seem. um yeah, for some of you, could be, if you're single, I'm hearing that it's probably because you have a hard time opening up to people because of those expectations you put on them. For others of you, you could be in some kind of long distance relationship, or you and your person could be very, I don't want to say superficial, or because I'm getting an image of like two people, a couple, and it's like the woman is, you know, brushing her hair in the mirror, and the man is like really. So even if you're not superficial, maybe people are, really perceive you that way, but you just really enjoy taking care of your appearance and the way that you look. I'm getting like Barbie and Ken vibes as well. Mm. Some of you could be librarians or tech specialists. Um, I'm hearing that you've I'm hearing that this life that you know, this existence, your life, this life that you've incarnated in, you're just like putting an end to karma, putting an end to karmic connections as well. So you may have a lot of encounters with people who are here to just like help you tie those loose ends. So you may have had a lot of like hard, you know, tower moments where, you know, people broke your heart, or you had to learn a lot of things as well. I feel like you're a tough cookie though. um Even though you had to just like go through all of those things, I feel like for most of you in that moment it was painful, but as the journey carried on, everything moved with ease. So I feel like in this life you're like really tying up loose ends. um some of you may have been tested most of the time, um and I'm hearing that some of you did really well, and for others you just like you've been progressing nonetheless. I don't want to be very negative, but I feel like for some of you, you do still need to like put in a little bit of effort in your journey. um because I'm hearing that some of you have a hard time of letting go, and you're here to end karmic cycles, but if you're holding on and creating those attachments, you just only building up on that karma as well. So maybe there's a specific person you want to let go for a specific thing or a habit. I feel like you incarnated in this life to learn how to cut things off, whether it's people or habits or just like fixations or thoughts or addictions and stuff like that. So let's see if there's anything else. I keep hearing librarian. So if you're not a librarian, you could just really be into books, you know? Or they're just very, I don't want to say simple, but there's not like a very, I feel like you're very intellectual as well. You could have like a very high IQ. Um, but I feel like you're very simple. Not that you don't have any standards or anything, but I don't think it's hard to impress you. I feel like, you have like probably like a set of rules that you expect from people. Maybe you want like loyalty, respect, and honesty. And that's just it. That's all you want. I don't think that for some of you, I don't think it really matters what people have, whether it's like money or I feel like you just take people as they are is what I'm trying to say. Thank you. Some of you may even dress like librarians, even if you're not a librarian. I'm getting like cottage core vibes as well. Um, some of you could wear glasses. You're very old fashioned. Some of you could be like into vintage cars or vintage anything. Some of you like you could have been born in the 80s or 90s or even the 70s, but if you were not born around that time, I feel like you have like a really, and I'm even here in the 50s, you may have like a thing for those, for that era, whether it was the fashion or just like the lifestyle. Because I'm even getting an image of like a car from the 50s. So you could be like, you could even be like, I heard collectibles, you could even like collect things as well, whether it's like, vintage stuff or like, some of you could like really fixing things up. You could like take an old beat up car and just like fix it into something vintage or something into whatever that feels suits you best. So some of you could be like mechanics. All right. Divine Spirit, why has Pal 3 incarnated in their form? Why did Pal 3 incarnate in their form? Yeah, I heard like to type loose ends and finish contracts. We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you hear to like tie up old contracts. No, tie up loose ends and end contracts. We have the Six of Swords. I don't know if you guys are currently in a karmic relationship or you've been in a karmic relationship where you were meant to end a karmic cycle with that person. This doesn't mean that you were meant to end things with that person as in permanently never have them in your life, but there was a karmic, like for instance, there could have been some kind of codependent situation between you and this person, or it could even be a thing. So it's not to say that you were meant to end things entirely with this person. It was just like a certain attachment, a certain behavior that was causing, this karma, and that's what you were meant to end. I don't know if you guys successfully did that because I feel like some of you are still holding on to something or someone. We have the King of Cups, and I feel like that holding on or that attachment is creating a little bit of the Eight of Pentacles. It's creating a little bit of like a rift or like it's stalling. I feel like you could have been way further. For instance, if it's a relationship, you could have been in a way more fulfilling relationship if you let go of that person, because I feel like you're constantly comparing your current person with these other people or this other person. Or if it's a job, you could have been doing something way better, but because of this attachment to something else, um So yeah, you're very you were meant to end karmic cycles. So if you haven't been doing that, obviously move at your own pace, but you want to start looking into that direction and just like cutting what doesn't serve you off. So we have the King of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. I feel like you are a very abundant person, you know. I feel like you put in an effort in everything that you, similar to Pal too a bit. But I don't want to say that things come easily for you. I feel like you really have to work hard for things sometimes. Sometimes you even have to convince yourself that you're doing well, because sometimes things may seem as if you aren't doing well. Um, I'm getting an image of, what's that Leonardo DiCaprio movie? Leonardo DiCaprio, where he was in, yeah, Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, so I feel like you had to work hard for whatever it is that you have, and once you're at the top, you want to maintain that position. So sometimes it can cause you to make really bad decisions with that judgment card. So even though I did say that some of you are really good at making decisions because of character, whatnot, I feel like sometimes you have suffered from making bad decisions because of wanting to maintain a certain stature, or a profile, or just like whatever it is. Some of you could have been even relationships, like staying in relationships for the wrong reasons, you know. I feel like you are, did I mention that you're a very giving person? um I feel like sometimes it's kind of hard to know what is on your mind. This is one of the reasons why you incarnated the way, why you incarnated in this form. When people can't read your mind, when people can't tell what's going on, I feel like you were meant, you know how you want to do things in silence, like move in silence or stuff like that. I feel like you're the type of person, if you're not, I feel like you should start doing that. Obviously it's up to you, but I feel like you're the type of person to really make big moves in silence. Like, people don't know what you're working on until it's done, and they don't know how to read your mind. I'm getting an image of like a person in court, and it's like, this person has been questioned, and it's like they're giving very vague answers, and it's like this, what do you call them, they're keeping, is it an oh my gosh. It's so weird. I watch CSI, but I don't even, all right, but anyway, I feel like people may try and pry, you know, or probe into your mind and ask you, like, even if it's a relationship. I'm getting an image of the scene from White Chicks, and the girl is going all crazy and hysterical, talking about, um he's late and whatnot, and it takes 2 minutes to do this, da 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 da. I feel like not a lot of things get to you, and sometimes it may be frustrating for people, because when they try to connect to you, even if they're just doing out of pure intention or trying to piss you off, it's kind of hard for them to do that. And I feel like you are that way because that allows you to create so much abundance for yourself, because you do not let the things that are around you, whether it's energies or people, affect you easily. It's hard for people to penetrate your field, penetrate your mind, especially something about your mind. Like I said, you're very intelligent, and because of this intelligence and this high IQ and this, some of you are very witty, very sarcastic. Because of that, I feel like you defeat your people. Let me say enemies. You defeat your enemies very easily, because they may try, like I said, to probe. They may try to infiltrate, but it's like, you deny them access because of um your mind. But this also allows you to end those karmic cycles, because I feel like when people can get into your mind, it's kind of hard for you to have control. You're not easily swayed, you're not easily manipulated, you're not impressionable. So I feel like when you make a decision, especially with a judgment card, when you make a decision, you stand by it, and it makes it easy for you to end these karmic relationships or karmic cycles. So even if it doesn't relate to other people, it could be something that, like, is you, an addiction, whether it is karma built off a lack of self-love, those kind of things. Even if it just relates to you as a person, or family, or friends, I feel like because of your mentality, your mindset in this life, it makes it so easy for you to some of you are very logical and practical. It makes it so easy for you to um end these karmic cycles. But I said, like, I am feeling that there's this one thing that you're still a little bit attached to, or this person. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's okay. You want to let that go at your own pace. But you are here, to whether you believe it or not, you are here to end karmic cycles, and I feel like I strongly feel this is one of them. It could be a person, an ex, or a grudge on a mother or a father, or any kind of. I feel like it strongly relates to a person more than it does an addiction, or. So you want to take that as it resonates. So let's get into any additional messages in respect to your incarnation. I feel I'm hearing Billionaire by Bruno Mars. So you're very ambitious as well. And I feel like there's a lot of abundance that either already surrounds you or is trying to come in. But it's also about moving away from what doesn't serve you with the Six of Swords. Um Divine Spirits, are there any other messages relating to Pal 3's incarnation? Alright, I'm hearing the song, what's the song by Bryson Tiller? Are you listening right now? We should fix things. Nah, nah, nah. How could you say you miss me? I gave you like 10%. Something like that. So I feel like some of you are holding on to whatever this is or this person because you're hoping to fix things. You're hoping that this person will come back. I'm even hearing the song by Bryson Tiller again. Could it be you calling me down? My foolish heart turns out the star. So I feel like you're either waiting for this person to come back and create a change, or you want to have an opportunity to create a change with this person. And I feel that it's possible, but I'm hearing that the karma needs to be broken first. So whatever it is, whatever karmic entanglement or chain or whatever it is that was, whatever purpose, this person served in your life, you need to let that end. You need to let it. So whether this person has, for some of you, it could be a person that moved away or someone who, is no longer in your life. Because I get this person could be in separation. It could be in separation from them. So I feel like you need to let things just like roll with the punches. Let things end. Holding on to this person is only delaying this change that needs to happen. For some of you, it's possible that you may reunite with this person and create a different proper healthy cycle with this person. For others, they're just not meant to be in your life, in this life, you know so you need to let that go. Is there anything? I'm hearing Superhuman by Monica. I feel like you can't let go of this person or this thing, whatever it is. Any other messages for Pal 3 in regards to the incarnation? Any other messages for Pal 3 in regards to the current incarnation? Yeah, some of you are very hopeful that things would change, and I won't lie, some of you it's possible, for others it isn't, because this person's not meant to be in your life. And you blocking, thank you. We have the King of Swords. You blocking other blessings or other potential suitors from coming in and giving you the love that you need. So some of you may have a hard time speaking, or you just do stutter naturally, because I just keep stuttering. I don't know why. I'm just gonna lay your cards real quickly. We have the Justice card in reverse. It really speaks about karma again. We have the Hanged Man. All right, let me just lay everything out. I'm already getting the message. We have the Ten of Swords. And finally, we have the Sun card. All right, like I said, for some of you, wherever it is that you're holding on to, it's just really about letting things. You know how even when you put a spell on a person, not that I've ever done that, but usually when you cast a spell on a person or anything, you can't put a stop to it. It has to happen naturally. That's just how nature works. It has to, the cycle, the spell needs to just like end naturally. So whatever cycle you are with this person, whatever cycle you're in with this person, it has to happen naturally. With the Justice card in reverse, I feel like you should let this happen, because I'm getting that like I guess I say, wow, I'm so sorry guys. Like I said, in this life you're meant to clear out karma, and if you're not allowing it to happen by holding on to things, you're breeding more karma for yourself. I feel like right now, with the Hanged Man at the Ten of Swords, it's time for you to just let go and release. You know, of course, at your own pace, but eventually you're gonna have to let go and release and allow the universe to step in. Allow yourself to have the faith, because some of you don't even trust. With the Hanged Man, you don't even trust that the universe could provide something better for you. You don't trust, not even if it's the universe, you don't trust that someone else can give you something better than this person did, or whatever this thing, whatever this feeling and emotion or attachment you had that's causing this, whatever connection you had to this person or thing that's causing this attachment, you don't feel that anything or anyone could ever gratify, or give you something better. But I'm sorry, I'm strongly getting that it's with a person. With the Sun card, it's time for you to allow yourself to step into your power. I showed you the King of Swords earlier. The King of Swords is very reserved, very doesn't really show. I feel like, all right, let me put it in respect to you. I feel like I said, it's hard to connect to you, but I feel like it's even more harder to connect to you now because of this attachment. Whatever it is, I feel like it's holding you back somehow. Um, I heard power from stepping into your full power and your full potential. It's like it's really pushing you into the corner because you're not allowing yourself to let it go. I feel like the message that is final for you in regards to just like your incarnation or where you are right now, um, in this journey, is to let it go and trust that everything is happening as it should be. With the Sun card, everything, it rains, the sun comes out, you know. Um, and I'm hearing even when it rains, somewhere out the sun is shining somewhere else. So I feel like even though right now it may be hard for you to let go of this person or whatever attachment is, and behind the scenes, spiritually, energetically, things are working out for you, and you can only experience this justice, you can only experience this abundance if you truly let go. I'm not saying that you won't, succeed in life or you won't have things happen for you, but remember that in this life you're meant to end karmic cycles, you know. So I don't know if there's anything else for you. So yeah, I'm even getting an image of like the Page of Pentacles. So you want to allow yourself to break free from whatever this hold is, from whatever it is, whatever is a person. I'm really sorry for stuttering. Whether it's a person or a thing, you want to let go of that, even if it's just the emotion, because I'm getting that some of you may be even done with this person or this connection, but it's just the emotions that you're tied to. This breeds karma on its own. So pile 3, if that resonated, I hope that you leave a like button or comment in the comment section and let me know how that resonated. And if you enjoyed it and you also feel that this would be beneficial for somebody else, please don't forget to share and subscribe as well if you're a new viewer. Thank you for joining me. Until I see you again in a different reading. Namaste. Hi, Pal4. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Eight of Wands. And this is either your current energy or just how you've been in this life. I feel like some of you may like drifting or speed racing, or I'm even getting an image of Asphalt 4. So I don't know if you're gamers or also her Grand Theft Auto. Some of you could be like gamers and skaters as well as what's coming through. Some of you could love shopping. I feel like a lot of things happen very fast for you. Either you grew up in a very fast environment like the city, or just like a lot of things happen very fast for you. You grew up real quickly, maybe you had a lot of responsibilities from a young age, or even if it's abundance, it comes really fast for you because of the effort and the work that you put in as well. I feel like sometimes you can also be very hasty in the decisions that you make. I feel like you're the kind of person to leave with strangers at a party. Take it as it resonates. For some of you, you enjoy like partying and being out. I'm not really getting a lot of introverted vibes, and if you are, I feel like you do have a sense of just like being alive. And I heard motorsports as well, so I don't know if like drifting is your hobby or is like your profession as well, because I heard what's that, F1. Some of you could like enjoy like riding horses, or like you're thrill seekers, you really love like being on adventurous experiences. I'm even getting an image of like people at like a theme park. Thank you. And I feel like you're the kind of person that if you went to some kind of event, or for instance even a theme park, you'd want to like be, you only want to like ride on the rides that are pretty scary, like the Tower of Terror or like the Anaconda, or like I feel like you just live for the thrill. You're the kind of person who goes skydiving, bungee jumping. um you're very adventurous, you're very out there, you know. Some of you could love like eating, or I don't want to say okay, some of you could like be very adventurous when it comes to your taste buds as well. So you may enjoy like eating Italian food, or Asian food, or even like just anything that is new and different on your palate as well. Some of you may even enjoy white wine, some of you red wine, some of you champagne. I feel like you enjoy the fine things, you know. Fine dining as well. Some of you could be very good swimmers. You either swim for like a hobby, or you could be like in the Olympics as well, like professionally doing this shit. Some of you cuss. Some of you cuss. Maybe not a lot, but you cuss. And I feel like you don't cuss with the intention of hurting people. I feel like if you cuss, it's maybe because you like you stub your toe and you're just like, oh shit, or like, you know, it's just like, I don't think you ever cuss with the intention of like I don't think you use profanity in terms of hurting somebody. It's just like it comes out of your mouth, especially in like, you know, awkward instances, or like really painful instances, like stubbing your toe or like banging your head, or some of you even when you're having sex. Um all right. I heard ragey teenager, so some of you could listen to Troye Sivan, or you could be in the LGBTQI plus community, or you're just really fun. You're very like I said, you enjoy, I heard exhilarating, you enjoy taking risks in life. But I also feel like you're very dedicated in everything that you do, and maybe this is why, you know, things come so easily to you, because you do put in work. So for someone who's looking from the outside, it does come easy for you, but you actually put in the work. And when you do receive that abundance, I'm hearing that you don't mind splurging that money and spending it on yourself. Sometimes you do it a little too much. So you might want to watch out for that and kind of maintain a balance in how you spend your finances. um for some of you, I feel like, all right, if you're single, I feel like somebody's trying to come in with an offer. um and if you're in a relationship, I think that, and I feel that things just start what, things are about to start getting very interesting for you and your person as well, especially in the bedroom. I don't know if you guys have been experimenting, or you are thinking of doing that. I'm getting an image of a butt plug. Divine Spirit, why did Pile 4 incarnate in this form? I feel like you guys are freaks, you know? So things were about to get heated, and I didn't want to get distracted, so why did Pile 4 incarnate in this form? Alright. Why did Pile 4 incarnate in this form? Thank you. Anything else? All right. Oh, thank you very much. So generous. Like I said, a lot of things come quickly for you as well. I'm laughing because of all the sexual images coming through. You know, so some of you are very liberated sexually. We have the Messenger or the Knight of Wands. So I feel like the reason why you incarnated in this form in this life. Okay, can I lay everything out real quickly? We have the Sun card, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands in reverse, I don't know if you guys have ever had a past life reading. Maybe you want to check out my readings. Um, Three of Cups, so that this can be a bit more accurate for you as well. Because this is a message from like a past life. It's related to your past life. And we have the Fool card. So I feel like in this life you incarnated in your form because you had a very boring life in a previous, existence. And not to say boring as in it wasn't beneficial to your growth or at some point you didn't enjoy it, but I feel like it was very mundane. I'm getting an image of like farmers, or and not to say that farm life is boring, but maybe for you, for your soul, at that time you had to experience whatever it is, but this time, um in this incarnation is to experience something more fun, more thrill seeking. Some of you were rabbis or priests or nuns, or you grew up in a church, or very religious home where a lot of things weren't allowed, where you weren't allowed to explore a lot of things. With the Page of Wands in reverse and the Three of Cups, I feel like you weren't even allowed to express yourself. You weren't allowed to be in a communal space. For some of you, maybe you have very strict and bossy or controlling parents or guardians. Um, with the Knight of Cups, I feel like it was very hard for you to be yourself in a previous life. Um, I feel like people stole your shine. So whether or not you had that shine within you, people will always find a way to overshadow you. And sadly, for some of you, you would allow them to do that. For some of you, you were very picked on. You were bullied. Um, Even if you were like the youngest or the middle child, I'm getting some of you were like the youngest or the middle child. And you weren't really treated as great. For some of you, I'm really picking up on like farm life. So even if you didn't live in the farm, it could have been you lived in a very communal space where the main source of your food or your resources came from farming. It came from working with your community. I don't want to say Amish, but those kind of vibes. So you were also very religious in your previous life. So a lot of things you were restricted a lot. And obviously it had its purpose. And I feel like in this life, you're meant to kind of revert from that, distance yourself from that. And I'm not saying that some of you aren't religious. I'm not saying that some of you don't have morals or aren't conservative in some way, but I feel like you're very expressive in this life. Um, and this is what you were meant to experience. You were meant to experience, especially with the Fool card, you were meant to restart, and the Sun card, you were meant to inspire yourself, be in a state of where control, you were meant to some of you could have life path number ones or Leo in your charts, or you could be Leos. But I feel like you were meant to finally lead a life of your own, where nobody was dictating anything for you. But I feel like even in the previous life, for some of you, it wasn't that people were dictating for you. It was that was just the life you were living. Like I said, some of you were priests. Um, so that's how you grew up. You had those kind of conservative um morals or ways of living and being. But in this life, not to say again that you don't have morals, it's like I heard Freaks again, and I'm hearing the song Freak by Nicki Minaj. So I feel like in this life you're very expressive, you're very out there, especially sexually. It's coming a lot that you're very sexually expressive, liberated. I feel like some of you are you may have social media platforms where you speak about allowing yourself to be free, and even if you don't speak about allowing yourself to be who you are and be free, whatever it is that you do on social media to inspire others to connect to that freedom as well. I wanted to say something else. I lost my train of thought for a moment. Yeah, but I feel like whatever it is that you do, it doesn't have to be about sexual liberation. Yeah, BDSM. I heard BDSM. Some of you could be dominant, um, or you enjoy being dominated over, but most of you, I feel like you're dominant. So even if it doesn't have to do with sexual liberation, it could be just being liberated and being free and doing whatever it is. Like I feel like you are. I heard Indigo. You are not the type to follow the status quo. You create your own trends. Um, I heard I don't follow trends, I make trends. I'm getting Kanye West vibes from you. You don't really care. Not to say you don't really care. Of course, you have a sense of caring and understanding and empathy and whatnot. But I feel like most of the decisions you make are for you and you understand that. So if people are against that, you don't care. You don't let that. I don't feel like you lose sleep over what people have to say about you. And if you do, of course, you are human. It happens. But I feel for the most part, you are meant to live this life very expressive. I'm getting an image of someone like skydiving, bungee jumping, um, even Crocodile Dundee just came through. So some of you, like you right. Oh, and that guy, the magician, what's his name? Why do I always forget when I'm channeling? All right. So some of you could be into magic or just like really taking, those. What's that guy? Is it Angel something? That magician. And I'm also even getting an image of somebody like really chained in water, and they're trying to kind of um use the keys to unlock every what's it called, to unchain themselves underwater under a certain amount of time. So you're risk takers. um I'm even getting an image of like the escape room, and how, so some of you enjoy putting yourself in like I said, some of you could be very hasty. You enjoy putting yourself in very risky situations and seeing how you could like really survive um from those situations. But I feel like you're very fun people in general, irrespective of how you channel that creativity, channel that expressive um energy. And this is why you incarnated in this life, to allow yourself to experience all that you didn't in a previous life, to allow yourself to follow your own lead instead of the lead of others. um that's pretty cool. Divine Spirit, can we get additional messages in regards to their incarnation? Power Force incarnation, please. Anything else you want to say in regards to Power Force incarnation? I would stop settling. So I don't know if you guys, you know, are in a current situation right now, or maybe you'll be faced with a decision where you have to put yourself first, and you're being reminded to not settle for anyone who isn't worth, who isn't in your own league. Um, thank you. Anything else? I'm hearing the song "Story" by Conan Gray, and I'm particularly hearing the lyrics where he talks about those two about a boy and a boy, those gay kids who liked each other but they couldn't express it because, of their surroundings. And I feel like a message that is coming through for you, especially if you resonate with that. It doesn't have to be a boy and a boy, it could be girl, it could be trans. You just take it as it resonates. I'm hearing don't settle, because I'm getting a vibe where some of you may settle in relationships just because you're afraid of being truly, and I know it's contradictory because you're here to express yourself, but maybe the message is, if you haven't been expressing that part of yourself where like I said, you could be a part of the LGBTQI plus community, maybe you want to start being open, of course at your own pace. I do not know your circumstances and what's going on in your life, but maybe you want to start being true to yourself and allowing yourself to not settle, as in don't be in relationships or connections that you're unhappy or fulfilled by just because you want to put up a front. um so that could be for somebody specific or a few people. Or even if it doesn't relate to being in the LGBTQI community, just don't settle. Especially with business as well. It's like, I'm hearing that a lot of you like to travel and you get a lot of opportunities to travel. Don't settle for anything less. Don't let people some I'm getting an image of like two people negotiating, and the other what's that Superstore? There was an episode with Superstore with Glenn, and Glenn was negotiating with the chick who was having his baby, and on the was it him? Was it her? Sorry. Okay, basically what's coming through is, when you're negotiating any business deal, don't settle for anything less. If you said that you want a contract that's going to pay you 50,000 a month, don't go below that, because I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, especially when it comes to business and relationships, you're meant to achieve it. So don't settle. Don't let people put you down or put you in a corner, because you, in a previous life, that's how it was. You would settle for things because of just how your circumstances were. But I feel like in this life, you're meant to achieve abundance, and really receive whatever it is and whatever growth that you want. Um, so I'm hearing play the long game as well. So it could relate to business or whatever. But like, don't settle. Is there anything else in regards to how four's incarnation, spirit messages for them? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we have the 8 of Cups. Alright. And I'm hearing the song Waiting by Jenny Aiko. So I feel like, yeah, don't settle. Don't wait around for those people who aren't allowing themselves to be in your life as present as they should be. Or things in your life that aren't serving you right now, especially emotionally fulfilling you. You want to walk away from that. We have the Strength card. Some of you could be painters, or maybe it's not. Even if you're not painters, it's speaking about not walking away from your art. We have the 5 of Wands, your own life, your existence. That is art in itself. So not giving up on yourself. And then we have the 6 of Wands, not walking away from your freedom, your newly found freedom. Because I'm also getting that for some of you, if it doesn't relate to the past life, it could have been how you were raised, and you finally broke free from that in this life, and you're being reminded to maintain that strength. Sometimes it might get very lonely, because I'm hearing the song Lonely Lies by Love, Lonely Eyes by Love, and I feel like sometimes it may get lonely for you because you live in your own life, you're leading your own life in your own direction, your own path, your own decisions. But I'm hearing that if you hold on and you maintain that strength and you maintain that movement in the direction that suits you, in the direction that is comfortable to you, with the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Wands, I feel like you're going to be heading into, or you probably already are heading into, a direction where just a lot of abundance is happening for you, irrespective of the challenges that may come. I feel like some of you may have been holding on to a lot, whether it's due to the past or just in general. There's something that has been a weight on your chest, or like a burden, a monkey on your back. So you want to let go of that, at your own pace. You want to let go, whether it's like people's expectations, whether it's the past haunting you, whatever it is. You want to step into that strength and liberate yourself, and remember that you're in this life, you're incarnated to experience freedom. And holding on to what's not serving you, whether it's relating to people, the past, wherever, it's holding you back from experiencing that freedom, and that is a disservice to yourself. So shine your light, share your gifts with the world. You have a lot to offer the world, I'm hearing. So powerful. This was your reading. I hope that it resonated, and if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in a different reading. Namaste.